Are you there? Can we talk now? I don't want to live with Mom anymore. I can't take it anymore.
Oh, Kimmy, what's the matter? Did something happen?
Well, she's having an affair. She's cheating on you, Dad.
Wait, what? Are you serious? She's really cheating on me?
Yeah, she thought I was going to be home late because of basketball, but I actually ended up coming home early because it was canceled, and she was there with some man I'd never seen before.
Oh, honey. I am so sorry that you had to see that. That is just horrible.
I haven't told Mom that I saw what she was doing yet. But when I asked if anyone came over while I was gone, she told me it was someone from the insurance office. But she was lying. I know it.
I really can't believe she would do this. But it's okay, Kim. Everything is going to be okay. We just need to calm down.
Well, don't forget to calm down yourself, Dad.
You're right. I've still got 3 more years here in Chicago, so I can't just come home right away. Would you like to come here, Kim?
Yeah, I think that I would like that, actually.
You know that means transferring schools. Are you really okay with that?
It will be really hard to be so far away from my friends, but I think this is something I have to do. Anything would be better than staying here.
Okay. You'll be starting halfway through the school year too, you know?
I know, but still. I just really don't think I can stay here any longer. I would go anywhere to get away from Mom at this point.
Okay, I understand. Let's meet up and talk about this a bit more in person, all right?
Okay. Where should we meet?
Well, you're big enough to ride a plane all by yourself now, right? You're halfway through high school, after all. I can buy you a ticket, and then all you have to do is get yourself to the airport. I'll pick you up here.
I can do that. Thank you, Dad.
Good girl. I know you can do this. I'll contact the high schools in this district, and we'll try to get you out of there as fast as we can.
And please don't tell Mom that I'm coming. I don't want her to know.
But why don't you want her to know?
I want Mom to feel really bad that I'm gone. I want her to pay for what she's done.
But you know that she is going to be just devastated if she doesn't know where you've gone, right?
I really doubt that. She'll probably just be happy to have me out of the way so she can do whatever she wants.
I am sure that that isn't true, Kim. Yes, your mom did something really terrible to me, but I am sure that she still loves you a lot.
You'll understand when I'm living with you. I don't think that woman even knows how to love.
Do you really feel like that is true?
Of course I do. She only pretends like she cares about me when you come home. But when it's just the two of us, she won't even look at me. She just spends all day on her phone instead.
Wow. I don't believe it. I always thought she cared so much about you. I've been so blind.
Well, it's true. She really is the worst when you're not here. You should have seen how happy she was when she found out you were going to Chicago. But I was just crushed.
I know you were really disappointed I was being transferred so soon after you started high school.
I was just hoping that you being transferred would have turned into a divorce and then you could have taken me with you. When my friends' parents got divorced, they all ended up with their moms, though.
You've thought about this a lot, haven't you?
I have. That's why I want Mom to know how much she's hurt me.
Well, let's just focus on getting you over here first. I am so sorry that I never noticed any of this before.
It really is okay, Dad. Don't blame yourself for any of this. It isn't your fault at all.
Well, that is really sweet of you to say, dear. But the fact is that I'm your dad and I should have been there for you more. I can't help but feel responsible.
Thank you, Dad. You don't know how much it means to hear you say that.
I'll send you the flight details soon, okay? It won't be long now.
Okay, but please hurry. I want to be out of here already.
Of course, honey. Just wait a little longer, okay? I'll be quick, I promise. My name is George, and I am a 47-year-old businessman. Currently, I am living away from my family and working in Chicago on an assignment. My wife and child are back home in Nebraska. According to my daughter, my wife has betrayed my trust and had an affair with someone. I never even realized what she was doing. I haven't noticed a lot of things, in fact. It makes me feel like I've been such a fool. After talking with my daughter Kim, I quickly bought her a plane ticket for her to come and live with me. Then, I went out and bought the things I needed for her to live here. When she arrived at the airport, I realized it was the first time that I had seen her in person in almost a year. I was impressed by how much she'd grown. As the two of us were eating together, I got my regular weekly phone call from her mom. I answered and talked to her, but my wife never once mentioned our daughter running away. The whole time. Hi, Bree. Just checking in to ask how things are going for you. How've you been?
I'm fine, but you almost never check in. Is something up?
Well, that is good to hear. How about Kim? How is she?
She's fine too. We're just grabbing some dinner right now.
Oh, really? You two are eating together?
Yeah, of course. We went to that one restaurant that she loves so much. You know the one. It's the second time this week, but I thought I'd give her a treat because she's been doing so well in school.
Oh, wow. You're going to spoil her. That's good to hear about her grades, though.
Actually, I'm happy you reached out. I was just thinking of messaging you.
Oh, really? About what?
Well, in just a few more years, she's going to be off to college.
That's right. I can't believe how quickly time flies. I remember when she was just starting elementary school.
Yes, they really do grow up so fast. But I was thinking that I could take just her and I on a little trip for summer vacation.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, that sounds like it would be fun.
Of course, we would love it if you could come, but I just don't think that it would really work out.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. My work is super busy and I wouldn't be able to leave here for long.
So then you don't mind if just the two of us go?
Well, where are you two thinking of going?
We were thinking that it might be fun if the two of us got away to Hawaii and just kind of went all out. It was her idea, not mine. Who knew she had such expensive tastes?
Oh, wow. Did she really say that she wanted to go to Hawaii? I remember that we took a trip down there a while ago as a family. Remember that?
Of course. So you like the idea then? Maybe you can transfer me some money so that we can head down there?
About how much money do you think the two of you are going to need?
I was thinking somewhere in the range of $10,000. Is that all right?
You need that much money for your trip? It's kind of a lot, no?
I know, but she is just going to be so busy soon, and I worry that we won't have the chance for these trips together anymore. I just want to give her as many good memories as I can.
I see. Well, I hate to say this, but I don't have that much money. Do you think you could survive off a little less?
What are you talking about? What happened to your savings?
My brother came to me asking for a loan, so I lent him the money.
Really? What bad timing.
I know, right? But you know that his wife is sick and the treatments she needs are very expensive.
But don't they have insurance or something like that?
They do, but the kind of treatment she receives falls outside what their insurance is willing to cover.
But why do you have to pay it, huh? Why couldn't he just go to a bank?
Well, we've always helped each other out when we've been in trouble. This time is no different.
But now he has all your money and we have nothing.
But you know that my brother has done so much for our family too, don't you? All I'm doing is returning the favor. What is more important, a vacation or a human life?
Of course the vacation is much more important. We're talking about our daughter's life. What are you talking about?
How can you even say that? That's so cold.
Well, we want to go for summer break anyway. That's still months away. Your brother will have paid you back then, right?
I think his wife is going to be undergoing this treatment for a while, so I don't expect to have that money come back to me anytime soon.
But that means that we won't be able to take our trip then. What are we supposed to do?
Well, maybe you can choose a cheaper hotel or something. Or somewhere closer. $10,000 is a bit wild, you have to admit.
But that's no fun. We really want to go to Hawaii together.
But she still has 2 more years before college. There will be other chances.
She's going to be busy studying for the SATs soon. She may not have time. You don't want to let her down while she still has time to enjoy herself, do you?
No, of course I don't want to let her down.
So just make sure that you get the money back. Otherwise, it sounds to me like you'll have to go to the bank and take a loan out yourself.
So you want me to take out a big loan to finance your expensive vacation with Kim?
That's right. If you don't have the money, then go get it.
Do you really want to go on this trip that badly?
I don't, but Kim really does, so come on.
I see. Well, then I guess I'll have to do what I have to do to make Kim happy.
I'm glad that you're finally seeing the light. I just know that you'll be so happy. Thank you. Kim and I are in Hawaii. We really wish that you could be here with us, but we promise to have enough fun for you too.
So, you really went on that trip then?
Of course we did. This is day 4 of our trip, and we are having such a blast here.
Well, that's good to hear. Do you have any pictures of Kim there? I would love to see what she's been up to.
Oh, you want a picture? Well, she's at the pool right now, so I can't really send any of her.
So you 2 have been there for 4 days already and you haven't taken a single picture with her in it?
Oh, you know how girls can be. She never wants her picture taken.
So a girl so shy that she wouldn't even want a single picture of her taken wanted to take a trip all the way to Hawaii?
And just what is so weird about that, huh? I will send you pictures when I take them, okay?
Okay, well, I've had just about enough of this stupid game.
Game? What are you talking about now?
I know that Kim isn't actually there in Hawaii with you.
I seriously have no idea what you're talking about now. If she isn't here, then who am I in Hawaii with?
I don't know. Probably the man that you're cheating on me with.
What? And just what is that supposed to mean? Do you really think that?
Look, I know that Kim hasn't been home with you for the past 8 months.
What? Okay, now you are just talking crazy. I have no idea what has gotten into you.
No, what has gotten into you? Your daughter goes missing, and instead of calling the police right away, you just let her stay missing for 8 whole months?
I seriously have no idea what you are talking about right now. You aren't making any sense. What do you mean she hasn't been home for 8 months?
Kim came home and saw that you were cheating on me with someone else.
No. You mean she saw us on that day?
You traumatized her with what she saw happen on that day, and she couldn't stand to be around you anymore.
And so, she's there with you in Chicago now?
That's right. She is here with me. Did you really think that nothing was up?
Well, at first I was worried that she might have been kidnapped or something, but when no ransom note came, I figured that she must have just run away from home.
And so you did nothing? You just left it at that and didn't bother calling the cops or anything?
Well, I was worried that if I did that, I would be blamed for being a negligent parent. Then everyone would think that I'm a bad parent and talk behind my back.
Are you serious right now? You let your own daughter go missing, all just to protect your own reputation? Are you crazy?
But I had to. I had no other choice.
And what did you tell her school when she stopped showing up?
I just told her that she was taking an extended mental health break. They never bothered to ask any more questions about it after that. I didn't want to rock the boat anymore, so I just left it at that.
They probably never called you because I had to reach out to them and let them know that she was going to a new school.
You sent her to a new school?
Of course! What do you think she's been doing here this whole time? She's transferred to the district here and is doing really well for herself in an actually loving household.
We had a loving household here. It's not my fault she saw me sharing the love with someone else.
She told me that you never showed her any love at all. You don't care about her or me.
Well, you don't know how lonely it gets for me while you aren't here. You've been gone for so long.
So you think that just because you felt lonely, it gives you an excuse to do whatever you want?
But you don't know how I was feeling. I was so lonely.
I'm out here working all by myself without my family. Actually lonely. And yet somehow I stayed faithful. Besides, at least you had Kim to keep you company. I've just been focusing on working hard until I can go back home. But you betrayed me.
Well, then I guess that I'm just not as strong as you. Is that what you wanted to hear?
That is just another excuse. You can't just explain it all away by saying you were too weak to help yourself.
Why not? You don't know how I was feeling.
I was hoping that you might have reached out to Kim at some point while she was out at the house, but it's been 8 months and there hasn't been a word. You can be expecting the divorce papers in the mail soon.
A divorce? Are you serious? You can't just drop that on me all of a sudden. What is the matter with you?
Well, at least it sounds like you're in the same boat with your other man.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that I know he's also married.
What? But how do you know that?
I made sure to do my research these past 8 months. I know exactly what you've been up to.
But why? Why would you spy on your own wife like that?
So that when we divorce, I can make sure that I'm the one who gets custody.
Please don't do that. Think about how that would affect poor Kim.
She was the one who made the choice to come to me in the first place, and she has been thriving here with me. So I think she'll be just fine.
Well, then you'll have to fight me for her in court.
Do you really intend to take her when you barely even showed any concern for her while she was there?
It doesn't matter how I feel about her. But if you want her, then I'll make sure I fight to the bitter end to get her. Besides, I'm the mom. We always win the custody battles.
You're terrible. You don't care what that would do to your own daughter? You just want to try and hurt me?
It doesn't matter what you think because I'm her mother. I gave birth to her.
I am sure that if you asked Kim who she would rather stay with, that she would always have her answer.
You just wait. I'll leave you with nothing and no one.
You can go ahead and try it if you like. But you were the one that ended up taking the loan for your trip, weren't you?
That's right. You were taking too long, so I did it myself. My boyfriend borrowed $10,000 and I borrowed another $10,000. We came here riding first class.
Well, I have to say that was really, really stupid of you.
Also, you missed a call from your brother. He tried calling to let you know that his wife's surgery was a success and he wanted to thank you.
I see. Well, you have some good news at last.
He said that he was so grateful that he was going to transfer $20,000 into your bank account. He paid you back fivefold, and so we spent as much as we were going to get back.
Oh, I know. I told him to tell you that. We planned it all.
What do you mean?
I mean that it was all a lie.
What was a lie? What are you talking about now?
His wife's sickness, the $20,000. All of it was a lie.
Wait, you tricked me? How could you do that?
I wanted to see just how far you'd take your stupid little scheme.
How could you do that to me? Do you realize how much money I spent on this trip?
Oh, I know. You just told me. Good luck paying all of that back.
You are a real idiot, do you know that?
And just how do you figure that?
Don't you realize that I'll be getting half of your money and stuff in the divorce?
I am afraid that it is you who is wrong there.
What do you mean? How am I wrong?
When we divorce, I can subtract all the money you lied about and stole for your affairs from our division of assets. You're going to pay for it one way or the other.
No. Wait, this can't be happening.
That's right. And you can also count on paying child support for Kim.
You can't really do this to me, right? How am I supposed to afford something like that?
Not only did you hurt me, but you hurt our daughter, and for that I am never going to forgive you. You should have been a better mother.
No, I didn't even realize. This can't be happening.
Anyways, I've already gone and hired a lawyer. Everything is progressing smoothly for the divorce.
But I still have debts. I'll be ruined if you make me pay for all of this. I can't take it.
Well, there are plenty of places hiring right now. I guess you'll just have to get a job and start chipping away at all that.
No, you can't do this to me! I'm your wife!
I've also contacted your boyfriend's wife. She didn't have the same kind of resources to investigate her husband like I did for you. She was so grateful for my help.
So then she is also going to be getting all of his money too?
That's right. So you won't be able to count on him for help either.
If he can't help me, then I'll be in debt for the rest of my life. This can't be happening.
Well, it is indeed happening. There is nowhere for you to run now. And I've already told your family and all your friends about what you've done as well. You have no one left to help you now.
How can you be so cruel? You're not even human! You're a monster!
If you have anything else to say to me, you can say it to my lawyer. Anyways, Kim and I are going to grab lunch now.
Please, we can patch this up, can't we? I promise that I'll be a better mom from now on.
I'm afraid that Kim has made her choice and you are not a part of it. Maybe you can think about that for the rest of your life.
Wait, no, come back. Don't do this to me. Please, I'll do anything. What am I supposed to do for the rest of my life?
Hey, bro. How did it go? Well, thanks to you. I think it went pretty well, actually. So, she really was cheating on you? Wow. I just really can't believe it. That's right. The divorce is finalized, though, and she signed an agreement to pay me back about $50,000 to account for all the money she's been stealing from me. Oh, wow. That's a lot of money. She's probably bankrupt then, right? Well, I had a really good lawyer who made sure to squeeze her for every penny. We brought her parents into the negotiations, and they agreed to pay what she couldn't. Well, that is good to hear, at least. She owes child support monthly as well, so I won't have to worry about giving Kim the best life possible. Wow. Well, I am sure glad that I'm not in Brianna's shoes right now. I also stopped all of my cars once Kim moved in, so Bree couldn't waste any more of my money. All the debt she builds from now is all of her own. Wait, you mean you stopped your cars before the Hawaii trip? Then how was Bree getting along for the past 8 months? I think that she was having her boyfriend take care of her more or less. But last I heard, those two broke up. They're both working crappy jobs somewhere paying off their debts. That is crazy. Man, this whole story is just insane. I guess I'll have to make sure that I don't get cheated on too. I doubt that would ever happen to you. Your wife is a saint. I know, but just hearing the story freaks me out, you know? Oh, also, Kim and I want to come visit for the holidays. I'll take you out for dinner then. Sounds good to me. Can't wait to see you, bro. Me too. Thanks again for all your help. I couldn't have done this without you.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. See you next time.
Hello, Joan. I'm Nadia. I'm Samir's old friend. We've met a few times. Do you remember me? Oh, hi, Nadia. I believe you came to our wedding, right? And I think I remember you coming over once to see our new house, too. You and Samir grew up together, right? He's known you since elementary school, if I recall correctly. Yep, all the way up until we went off to different colleges. I lived only 3 houses down from him in a townhouse complex, so we were always together. I'm so happy you remember me. Is there something I can help you with? Actually, I just messaged you because I have something important I want to tell you. Something important? You're having a celebration soon, right? I just wanted to tell you that it was all my idea. That's it. That's all I wanted to tell you. I'm not sure I follow. I have a celebration. Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. Huh? Did Samir not tell you yet? Samir told me you guys were going to have a little celebration for it. He hasn't mentioned any kind of celebration to me. As far as I know, nobody's birthday is coming up, and I don't think anyone's getting married either. What kind of celebration was he talking about?
No, nothing like that. The exact opposite, actually.
The exact opposite of what?
The opposite of a wedding celebration. A divorce ceremony.
A what? A divorce ceremony. I've never heard of such a thing. And who the heck is getting divorced anyway?
Well, obviously you and Samir are.
Samir and I. Divorce.
I just happened to be watching something on TV. I forget where in the world it was, but they had divorce ceremonies. They were just like weddings where lots of people come and give you presents and money and there's a big party after, except it was for people getting divorced. I told Samir about it and he thought it was a pretty cool idea. So he decided to have one for you guys.
Wait, what are you talking about? Samir wants to divorce me and have a divorce ceremony / party for it. He's never mentioned anything about any of that to me. We're not even fighting. Nobody is considering divorce.
That's what you think.
What do you mean that's what I think? We've got no reason to get divorced.
You've got at least one. In order for Samir to marry me, he's got to divorce you first. Otherwise, it can't happen.
Marry you.
Samir and I have been friends since we were kids, and we even tried dating long ago, but it didn't work out. Then Samir went off to work for a company way over there in Kansas, and we never saw each other anymore. That is until he invited me to your wedding.
I don't know much about your old fling with him, but I know he invited you to our wedding. He said it was only because he'd known you for so long, and because he thought you might like to come.
Yeah, and we saw each other at the wedding, but we didn't get much time to chat because he was with you most of the time. But then we had that high school reunion not too long ago. Samir and I had lots of time to talk then, seeing as you couldn't make it. Things went really well, and let's just say the sparks were rekindled. And since the reunion was so far away from where you two live, he stayed 3 nights over here.
I know he spent the long weekend in his hometown, but he said he was staying at his parents' house then.
That might have been his plan when he left, but I can assure you that he wasn't staying at his parents' house after we met again at the reunion. He was with me that night and every night after.
He was with you.
And after that, when he left and went back to where he is now, we still kept in touch. And last month, I moved. Now I live near you guys. So Samir has been spending a lot of time with me recently. We've been so happy together. But no matter how much time we spend with each other, it never seems like enough. So I figured it'd just be better if Samir and I got married. That's why I suggested he have a divorce ceremony.
Hold on a second here. Are you saying he's been cheating on me?
Ding, ding, ding. Give the lady her prize. But I wouldn't really call it cheating, seeing as I'm his true love. So, when do you think the best time to have the divorce ceremony would be? Just leave the place up to me. I'll find a nice place to have it. I'm really good at things like that.
Hold on there. Don't get ahead of yourself. It's not that easy to get divorced. And I'm not going to run off and divorce my husband this second just based off what you said.
But if you don't do it right away, it's going to cause problems for me. I'm already in my 30s. I want to marry Samir as fast as I can.
Let me talk to Samir about all this.
Okay, I'll wait for you to talk to Samir. I'm not lying about any of this, so it shouldn't take you long.
Samir, Nadia just messaged me. She said you're cheating on me with her. And something about you planning a divorce ceremony for us? What the heck is she talking about? You better explain this to me right now. Nadia told you already. She just mentioned that thing about the divorce ceremony to me yesterday. She's really on top of this. I feel like she's tripping over herself trying to get this done. But then again, it's kind of cute the way she's so excited about all this. She's so sweet. Samir? Does this mean you really are cheating on me? Nadia told you already, didn't she? I know ever since that high school reunion you've been on your phone a lot more than usual. And I thought it was strange you put the passcode on your phone too. And from last month you have been away from home a lot more than usual. I thought it was all a little strange, but I never thought it was this. Yeah, last month Nadia moved all the way here to be close to me. I mean, to be with me. To be with you. Yeah, I want to marry her. So let's do it. Let's get divorced. Hold on. Joan, don't make this difficult for me. I'll get a divorce lawyer if I have to. But that's just gonna drag out the process and cost you a lot more money in the long run. And it's not gonna change the outcome.
What the heck is this about a divorce ceremony? How irresponsible or stupid are you even to suggest that? And what about Allie?
That's not an issue. I don't care about him. I'll give you full custody. I don't think I could get custody anyway, so it's basically a non-issue. And it's not like I really have any feelings for him either. There's always been something a bit strange about him.
How could you say that? I thought we were a family.
I want to start my own family with Nadia.
Everything's about you, isn't it? I have no say in any of this, do I? You went off and cheated on me. You decided we're getting divorced. You decided you don't want me or Allie. And you decided you're having a divorce ceremony?
Stop calling it a ceremony. It's not like that. It's more of a party, like the reception that takes place after the wedding.
Oh, whatever. That's even worse, actually. Anyway, what I'm trying to say here is, do you not feel any shame for anything you're doing?
No, none of it's my fault. This is all fate's doing. Blame fate if you want to blame something. I realized you're not the one for me. What else can I say? My only regret in all of this is marrying you in the first place.
Fine. I get it. I can see you don't care about us. You've made that clear.
So, in that case, when can we have the divorce party? If it's possible, I want to be able to marry Nadia on the anniversary of when we first met. Well, the details aren't important, but let's just say that date isn't far off. That means I want to get divorced ASAP.
We're not having a divorce party. We'll sign the divorce papers and hand them in. That's all.
But doesn't a divorce party sound like fun?
What the heck would be fun about having a party to celebrate my husband cheating on me and turning his back on his family?
But it'll show everyone that we're leaving each other on good terms, right?
But we're not. And what do you mean it'll show everyone? You were planning on inviting a bunch of people?
Of course. What did you think? I said it'd be like a wedding reception. We have to invite a bunch of people. They'll give us cash and presents just like at a wedding. The bigger the party, the more money we'll get. Doesn't that sound like a good idea? If we did that, I'd pretty much cover all the alimony I'll have to pay you.
You think you're gonna get our friends and family to cover the alimony you have to pay me? You can't be serious.
I'm not stupid. You're planning on suing me and Nadia for cheating on you, aren't you?
You're damn right I am. You ruined our family. I have every right to sue you for that.
That's why we should have this party. If our friends pay most of it for me, it'll make my life easier. And if they do that, you'll be guaranteed to get your money. It's win-win, isn't it?
That's disgusting. I'm against it. We're not having a divorce party. If you want to have a ceremony or a party that bad, save it for your new wedding ceremony.
You're right. We'll definitely get money and presents for a wedding. That should help a little bit at least. I'll have Nadia start looking for a place to have her wedding right away. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to be staying with Nadia for the time being. I want you guys out of my house within a week. Go get some divorce papers from City Hall. Sign them and leave them on the coffee table for me. When you guys have left, I'll sign them and hand them in. That way, we don't have to meet again. Goodbye.
Thanks for agreeing to the divorce. Don't mention it. Thanks for telling me that Samir was cheating. Don't worry about Samir. He's gonna be really happy with me. He's in good hands. And I'll be just as good of a mother as you were. So tell Allie he's got nothing to worry about when he starts living with me. I'm really good at cooking too. He'll love my food. I'll be a great wife and a great mom.
Huh? Allie, living with you. What the heck are you talking about?
No, what the heck are you talking about? What did you think was gonna happen? Oh, I get it. It's because you're stupid. I heard you didn't go to college. Samir told me all about you. He said it takes a while for your brain to register anything.
He said that, huh?
Yeah, but anyway, I'm a nice person, so I'll spell it out for you. I'm gonna be Allie's new mom.
Hold on a minute there. Samir said he didn't want custody, and that is exactly what I put in the divorce papers. Allie is staying with me.
But I'm here.
So what?
I know Allie goes to a private elementary school.
Samir told you that too, huh?
Yep, and I've heard about that private school. It's super elite. It's really hard to get into. The kids that go there are super smart, aren't they? Allie must be a genius. That's why I want him. People will be so amazed when I tell them my son goes to that school.
That's a terrible reason to want my child.
But Samir works for a really big company and makes lots of money. That's the only reason you can afford to send Allie to that school. And from what I've heard, Allie's getting great grades even at that school. I used to watch a drama on TV about a rich family that had a genius kid. I always wanted a husband and a child like that.
You're not getting my son.
Joan, be realistic here. Right now, his choices are to have a stupid idiot who didn't go to college to be his mom, or for me to be his mom, a college graduate. Which do you think is better for the child? I'm obviously the better choice.
I gave you and Samir the divorce you wanted. But if you even try to take my son from me, I'll fight you to the bitter end. So you better get ready.
Samir is a great man. That boy has his father's genes, so I want him. Allie's destined for something great too.
Allie is my child.
Be realistic. You're at home all day. You're a housewife. How are you going to afford to keep sending him to that expensive private school? You want him to stay in private schools until he goes to university, don't you? How much do you think that's going to cost? You couldn't even afford to keep him in that school for one more year without Samir's salary. Think about your son. He's Samir's son, and you've got no money. We'll beat you in court, hands down.
My son is not Samir's child, so you'll never beat me in court.
What did you say?
Do the calculations yourself. My son is 9 right now. I married Samir 4 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
You're the great college graduate, so I think you'd remember. Samir and I talked about how we met during our toast at our wedding reception. He told everyone how we'd met 2 years before that and fallen in love. We've been married for 4 years, and we met 2 years before we got married. 4 plus 2 is 6. That means my 9-year-old son was born before I even met Samir. You'd think a college graduate could add single-digit numbers together, but I guess not. That means my son doesn't have Samir's genes. Thank God.
Then whose kid is it?
My former husband's.
Former husband?
After I gave birth to Allie, my husband got into a car accident and he didn't make it. It was after that I met Samir and married him.
So you're saying Samir isn't related to Allie at all?
That's right. And it seems that might be why Samir doesn't care about him and didn't want to even try get parental rights in the divorce. It looks like he never had any feelings for him at all.
If he's not Samir's kid, I don't want him.
Good, because you're not getting him.
But if Samir's gone, you'll never be able to keep sending him to that school. You'll never be able to afford it. That means his talents will go to waste and he'll never be anything. You're gonna have to work your butt off if you don't want that to happen. Good luck with that. Hi, Joan. It's been a while, hasn't it? So how is everything? Did you have to take Allie out of that school because you're jobless and too poor to afford rent, let alone his tuition?
What are you talking about? I got all that money from both you and Samir in that lawsuit. I'm not having any problems affording anything.
Yeah, right. Well, anyway, with Samir and his talents working for that huge company, bringing in the big bucks, that money we had to pay you was nothing. That was just pocket change compared to Samir's annual salary. And I know what you got from us won't go very far. I bet Allie's tuition is 10 times as much as the rent you pay for whatever roach motel you moved into, isn't it?
Nadia, is there a reason you messaged me? I've divorced Samir and the lawsuits are all settled. There's no reason you ever need to contact me again.
I just wanted to say that I married Samir. We signed the papers already, but we're having a ceremony too. Samir's been trying to find a good place to have the wedding for a while now. It's been the only thing on his mind. He can't stop thinking about the wedding. And that's how much he loves me.
Let me guess. He's having the wedding in hopes of getting lots of presents and cash to cover what he had to give me in the divorce, huh? What an idiot. I doubt he'll even get enough to cover the cost of the whole wedding, let alone the divorce.
We want lots of people to come. That's why we're thinking about inviting you.
No thanks. I'm busy that day, so I can't make it.
I haven't even told you when it is yet. And we've got a big announcement we're saving for the wedding, so you better come. And I think $1,000 in cash would be a nice wedding present to give us.
$1,000. I don't like either of you, and I couldn't care less about your wedding. Does that tell you how much you can expect from me?
But it's not just our wedding we want to celebrate. I'm pregnant too.
Pregnant? You?
Oh, darn, I didn't mean to tell you that. That was supposed to be our announcement at the wedding. Well, it was bound to slip out sooner or later. We're just so happy about everything. Whatever, I'll tell you now officially. I'm pregnant. Samir is the father, so my baby's gonna have the best genes. I bet our baby will grow up to be a doctor, or maybe even the president.
Great genes. From that unemployed loser.
Huh? What do you mean, unemployed loser? Who are you talking about?
What's this? Are you saying Samir hasn't told you yet?
Told me what?
Samir was fired. He doesn't have a job. He's unemployed.
Fired.
Because he pissed off the owner of the huge company he was working for. Not to mention his boss and a bunch of other employees. And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
He made the owner angry? How is that even possible? What did Samir do? Samir is a talented man. He'd never make a mistake at work. There's no way he'd get fired. You're lying.
Well, he married the owner's daughter and then cheated on her and announced he never had any feelings for the boy he was supposed to be fathering for all those years. That's enough to make the owner angry, don't you think?
Huh? He married the owner's daughter. You.
I don't like people knowing that, so it's not something I go out of my way to advertise to everyone. But yes, my dad owns the company Samir was working for, and Samir's direct superior was actually my brother.
Hold on. What? You're the owner's daughter, and Samir's boss was your brother.
I bet you thought Samir was going to keep working at that company after he divorced me, huh? You thought nothing was going to change, didn't you?
So he got fired because he cheated on his wife. That's illegal. I'll have him take your dad to court for this.
You've got it wrong. That's not the reason he was fired. On the contrary, the only reason my dad didn't fire him earlier was because he was married to me. You want to know why he got fired? The company caught him stealing.
What? Stealing?
We even found out Samir had been using his status of being my husband and threatened some of the other employees, saying he'd get them fired if they didn't do what he told them to do. But as for the stealing, he was taking office items and equipment without permission and giving it to his friends. They even found out he stole a bunch of the company's sample products to give to you as presents.
What are you talking about? All those presents he gave me were stolen. I know he said he got them from work, but he told me that getting all those things was just one of the perks of his job.
Even if all that wasn't enough to get Samir fired, Samir just plain wasn't good at his job. He was working at one of my dad's rival companies back when I married him. My dad decided it would be better to have Samir work for him instead of his rival company now that he was part of the family. So, because of that, Samir started working for my dad. Little did any of us know, Samir was quite the screw-up. That's why he was eventually assigned to my brother's department, so my brother could keep a close eye on him. They couldn't trust him with anything important, so Samir was just doing menial tasks, and even those took him forever to do.
What do you mean he's a screw-up and he's not good at his job? Samir is an elite businessman. He's been telling me that for so long.
I don't know what he told you, but he only got that job because he married me. Samir isn't very bright, and he's lazier than lazy.
This can't be.
Samir only had that position because he was part of the family. He couldn't follow the simplest instructions at work or even abide by the most basic policies. It was after I told my dad that he cheated on me that they decided to do a closer investigation on him at work. They wanted to fire him, but they also wanted to make sure they had grounds to do it, so that it wouldn't blow up in their face. But their investigation turned up more than they had ever imagined. That's when they found out about all the theft and bullying of other employees. That's why Samir was fired. He's not getting any severance pay from the company because he was fired for theft. And that means he won't be eligible for unemployment either. I'm glad we investigated him. It saved my dad's company a bunch of money in severance pay.
If he doesn't have a job and he's not getting severance pay and he's not eligible for unemployment, how is he paying for everything right now?
Probably the same way he paid me for all the fees associated with the divorce. I'm assuming he used up every penny of his savings and now he's just racking up debt.
Dad?
If you're at home right now, I'd suggest you go into his study and take a look at that huge hardcover dictionary he keeps on the shelf, the one that looks like it's 50 years old. It's not a real dictionary. It's hollowed out. He uses it to hide things. He's likely keeping all the documents he doesn't want you to find in there.
I can't believe this. There's a document showing he opened a huge line of credit at the bank by using this house for collateral. That document was recent too. He never told me about that. How is this possible? He's been leaving the house every morning wearing a suit. And he comes home at the same time every night? How can he not be working?
He's probably just doing it for show, so you don't get suspicious. Or he could just be going down to the temp agency every day doing random jobs here and there, like a day laborer.
Temp agency, as in temporary jobs. My husband, Samir, an elite businessman, working as a day laborer?
How many times do I have to tell you? Samir isn't an elite businessman. An elite screw-up maybe, but not a businessman.
This can't be. He worked for a great company. He was sending his son to an elite private school. He told me he was an executive. He told me he was rich.
Samir only had that job because it's my dad's company and Samir was married to me. And that's my son, not his. And I'm the one paying for him to go to that private school. All Samir is a poor excuse for a man who cheats on his wife and betrays his family.
He wasn't even paying Allie's tuition?
I know it probably looks like I'm a homemaker. But the fact is I work at my dad's company. I work remotely from my home office. I'm my dad's executive assistant. I handle his entire schedule and make sure everything runs smoothly for him. With the amount of money I make in a year, I have no problem sending my son to that school. Samir wasn't making much working for my dad because he's not good at anything.
But you never graduated college.
So what's your point? Neither did Samir.
Samir did too. He's a college graduate. He has a degree. He told me so himself.
He's told you a lot of things, hasn't he? But none of them seem to be true. Has Samir ever actually showed you his degree? He never graduated.
Huh? I know he went to college. Are you saying he dropped out?
That's right. If it's any consolation, he lied to me about graduating college too. It wasn't until during this whole fiasco with the investigation at work that we found this all out. The company did some background checking on him and found out he lied on his resume too. He never finished college and he doesn't have that degree. I think that alone would have been enough to get him fired.
He's a college dropout. He doesn't have a degree. He's not an elite businessman. You are the one making all the money in the family?
Now Samir's not making any money. He's just a guy who cheats on his wife and has a huge debt.
This isn't what I wanted. He was supposed to be the rich man of my dreams, and we were supposed to have a genius child.
Are we done here? I'm pretty busy with work right now. If you don't believe me and you want to know the truth for sure, how about you swing by the temp agency? Samir's probably there if he's not at home with you.
This isn't what was supposed to happen. I don't want a man that's in debt. You can have him. I'll give him back. How about this? You can have Samir back, and then you can pay me back the money I had to pay you.
That's not going to be happening. And besides, you're having that big wedding with Samir, remember? Have fun planning that. Weddings aren't cheap. And in case it wasn't clear before, I won't be going.
We can't have a wedding if this is all true.
Well, Samir and I did get lots of money and presents for our wedding. Of course, that was because a lot of the people from my dad's company were invited, because they know me and my family, seeing as we all work there. Having said that, we got enough money to cover about 80% of the wedding. That's about the best anyone could ever hope for, and I doubt anyone from my dad's company will be going to your wedding. I don't know why you and Samir think you can get rich off having a wedding. It doesn't work like that. But have fun trying.
I don't want to be in debt. At least help me get Samir to call off the wedding ceremony. We don't need a ceremony. We've already signed the papers. I don't want to start my marriage off in debt.
I think you're too late for that.
Joan, please. I'm sorry for everything. Help me out of this. What should I do? Joan, are you still there? Joan! This wasn't what was supposed to happen.
In the end, Nadia wasn't able to get Samir to call off the wedding. He was convinced he could make money off of it if he invited enough people. But of course, the majority of people who were invited turned down the invitation and barely anyone showed up. Samir and Nadia lost a lot of money on the whole thing. Needless to say, that only compounded their debt problem. This pretty much made Nadia give up on Samir altogether, and once her child was born, she took it and ran away from Samir. But because Nadia's parents were furious with her for breaking up a family for a guy she didn't even want, they wouldn't let her move back home with them. I don't know where she is right now, but it must be hard for her raising a newborn baby on her own with no money. As for Samir, because he can't find work, his debt is going to continue to pile up until his line of credit is maxed out. At which point I'm sure the bank will have to take his house from him. I think he's aware of this because from what I've heard, he's trying to find Nadia in hopes of moving in with her. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please press the like button. See you next time.
Are you Iris, Mark's new wife? Yes? Who is this? Oh, good. I remembered the number correctly. I'm Mark's ex-wife, Ella. What? Ella? Why in the world are you messaging me? I just wanted to say hello. You knew that this is his second marriage, right? Yes, of course I know that. It would be strange if I married someone without knowing that about them. What I'm trying to understand right now is why you're contacting me. We haven't even met before, so I just think it's strange that you are messaging me. Now that I think about it, I guess it is a little strange. I recently borrowed Mark's phone and took a peek at his contacts. That's when I found your number. What? That doesn't make any sense. When have you and Mark recently met up? If he went to meet up with you, I'm sure he would have told me about it first. It was actually 6 months ago at our high school reunion. And maybe he just didn't want you to know. At the party, we talked a lot and decided to exchange phone numbers. That's when I happened to take a quick peek at his contacts. I was only curious to see who he's been meeting up with these days. Now that I think about it, he did tell me about there being a high school reunion. So, is that all you had to say? Why are you messaging me? Huh? I still don't get why you went out of your way just to get my phone number and contact me. There is no reason for us to be talking. I don't like the idea of my husband's ex-wife messaging me. It's really strange. Why are you being so harsh? I don't like your attitude. I heard the reason why you two got divorced. I have every right to set my own boundaries and refuse to communicate with you. Also, why should I be friendly with you? I think my behavior is reasonable. Well, whatever. That's fine. I just wanted to message you, say hi, and deliver some good news. Well, good news for me. I just feel really bad for you at this point, so I had no choice but to message you. What news? I have no idea what you're talking about. I also don't care about you or your history with Mark. Just stop messaging me. Jeez, I was only trying to give you a bit of a shock and have some fun. Guess I failed. I'll just get to the point then. Let me put it in simple words for you. I plan on getting back together with Mark because I'm pregnant with his baby. What? Excuse me? Oh, what's that? I thought I explained it in an easy enough way for you to understand. It is what it is. I'm pregnant with your husband's baby. No, I understand what you are saying. It's the fact that what you're telling me is impossible. There is no way this happened. It's not impossible at all. I'm 6 months pregnant. It happened the night of the reunion. Can you confirm that it was really Mark who got you pregnant? That makes no sense to me. Give me a DNA test result, then I'll believe you. I was hoping for a more dramatic response than that. You are so boring. I don't need to confirm anything, though. I know what happened between him and me that night. He took me to a hotel near the party. We drank wine and kept talking, and one thing led to another. Mark just couldn't stop himself. He got me pregnant. There is no mistake here. It's the truth. Mark and I are still in love, and he's lying to you. Aren't you upset? I almost forgot. What? Sorry, I just noticed I have to go to the store soon. They're having a special sale today, and I can't miss out on it. The vegetables are super cheap, and I need to buy some stuff for tonight's dinner. What the hell? What is with that response? Mark is well off and makes a lot of money. Why are you worried about a sale at a time like this anyway? Aren't you concerned that your husband is cheating on you with his ex-wife and got me pregnant? Were you ignoring me the whole time or something? I hate your attitude. This is serious, you know. Ugh. Think about it. Your husband slept with his ex-wife and carelessly got her pregnant. How can you be thinking about dinner right now?
Answer me! We need to talk more about this. The baby will need its father.
Hey, babe. Your ex-wife Ella won't stop messaging me. She even tried calling me a couple of times.
What? Ella? That can't be. Are you sure it's Ella?
Yeah, it is her. I wasn't exactly nice to her. She treated you like crap and cheated on you with 3 different men at the same time. Even when you called her out on it, she divorced you. I can't stand the way she treated you. It makes me so mad.
Why is she messaging you? Did you guys recently meet up?
No, I wouldn't meet up with someone like her.
Then how did she get your number?
She told me she got my number from your phone. She said that you guys met up at your high school reunion 6 months ago. She gave a whole story about it.
The high school reunion? But I didn't go to that.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm trying to figure out what the hell she's talking about.
Yeah, that's really bizarre. I think the only other person who has your phone number is my brother. I really didn't meet up with her at all that day. It's impossible. When I get home later, can you show me all the messages from her? Then maybe we can figure out what's going on together. Is that okay? I should be home soon.
Yeah, sounds good. I think it would be best if you read all this in person rather than having me tell you all about it through text. She's been saying some crazy things. I'll see you soon. Please drive safe.
I finally understand. I know why you gave me that horrible attitude yesterday. You were just trying really hard to hide your jealousy from me. You were so shocked that you needed an excuse to distract yourself from the ugly truth. That's expected, though. After all, I'm pregnant with your husband's baby, and we slept together at the reunion. That's anyone's worst nightmare. Our baby is going to be perfect. I even did some shopping earlier. I'm just so excited. If I were you, I'd be jealous too, so it's okay. I'll invite you to the baby shower. Oh yeah! To make things worse, you two are actually married and don't have a baby yet. Guess I beat you to it. That's kind of embarrassing, don't you think?
You really are crazy. The way you keep talking about this is disturbing. This isn't a game. Also, weren't you the one who divorced Mark? I thought your body count meant more to you than him.
You are in no position to talk to me right now. But yes, that's true. I'm the one who wanted the divorce. That was years ago, though. Things are different now. The past doesn't matter. I'm going to have to keep telling you this over and over again, aren't I? I'm having his baby. I want Mark and me to get remarried so that we can raise our baby together. I'm sorry, but what I'm about to say might sound harsh, but it's the truth. Mark and I have known each other for a very long time. We were married for 5 years before we got a divorce. Your time together has been so short that he's still basically a stranger to you. Mark and I have a history, and now we have a future together. So, hand him over and get out of my way.
You are so delusional. Do you really think you're pregnant with Mark's child? It's just so stupid.
There you go again with those dumb responses. I don't think it. I know it. Don't you understand that you are nothing but an outsider when it comes to Mark and me? Can you at least try to understand that you are in the way of our perfect future together?
There is nothing for me to understand. You and this whole situation that you are trying to get me to believe is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You are too old to be playing games with people's lives.
What did you just say? I'm being serious. You are so annoying. Just hurry up and divorce Mark.
Oh!
What?
The store is having another sale on vegetables today. I have to get going.
Seriously? What is wrong with you? Hey, babe. I finally figured some things out.
That's good.
It is almost exactly like you said. I've been following that guy Ella cheated on me with, and she's still with him. They are living together, too. Their social media is flooded with the two of them together.
I knew it. Once a cheater, always a cheater. She really is crazy. Did you hear back from your brother?
Yes, I did. It was him that night. Babe, I'm so sorry for all the trouble my past is putting you through. You know that I love you and want absolutely nothing to do with Ella, right?
I love you too. You don't need to apologize for any of this. And at least we know what happened now.
But this is all my fault. She's my ex-wife, and I know that she is crazy. I thought things were over, but I didn't think she would come after you like this. You shouldn't even have to be involved in this. That's why I'm sorry.
Stop apologizing. It's really okay. We know she's lying, and I know you would never cheat on me. Plus, I've been messing with her a little too. Let's just go ahead and put an end to this now.
Yeah, she's going to freak out once you tell her everything. Let's do it.
Hey, Iris. Gosh, my belly is getting bigger and bigger every day. Have you still not gotten divorced? Hurry up and give him back to me. He's mine. No. Why would I? Why wouldn't you? Don't you want his baby to have a father? Well, we don't have a good reason to get divorced. I wouldn't divorce my husband just because his ex-wife told me to. How many times do I have to tell you? I have his baby inside of me and he cheated on you. That's your reason. Wake up already. Oh, because you both spent the night at a hotel together and he got you pregnant after the high school reunion? Are you sure that was Mark? Yeah. Are you really that slow? How would I mistake Mark for someone else? I just thought you should know something. Mark was in the hospital on the day of your reunion. What? No, he wasn't. I was with him. He was. There is no way he could have been there. 2 days before, he got into a car accident and he fractured his left foot. He was also covered in bruises. He was really upset about missing his reunion because he wanted to meet up with some old friends of his. I never heard the end of his complaints. Not to mention, I was with him at the hospital that night too. That's why I'm asking if you were really with Mark. I think you might have hooked up with someone else. Oh, really? That is such a stupid lie. Do you expect me to believe that? I was clearly with him the night of the party. I'm obviously pregnant, and I'm not making any of this up. If you are not making this up, then you slept with his older brother, Zach. Who's Zach? I didn't know Mark had a brother. Well, he does, and they look a lot alike. He was the one who went to the reunion. They don't get along and haven't seen each other for a very long time. What are you saying? I'm saying the person you were with at the reunion party was his older brother. To think that you claim to know Mark so well and have a history with him. You couldn't even tell him apart from his brother. Zach has always had a horrible personality, and that's why they don't get along. He impersonated Mark and took advantage of you to mess with Mark. When Zach heard that Mark was getting married, he got jealous and harassed Mark. Mark kept it a secret from you because he didn't want you to be involved in his family drama. We also know you cheated on your current boyfriend with him too. No way. This can't be true. How do you even know all this? There's no way I mistook Zach for Mark. Was it really his older brother? Yes, it was. I guess you already have forgotten what Mark looked like. It has been a few years. Just what is happening right now? Why the hell would his older brother be at our high school reunion? This doesn't make any sense. I don't know, but you can bet he didn't have a good reason for being there. Anyway, I'm glad that Mark didn't go. Maybe the accident happened for a reason. His brother is a scary person. Were you talking to Mark's brother? Not me, but Mark messaged him. Turns out that Zach somehow had my number too. Ugh, so creepy. Anyway, he confessed to everything and made fun of Mark in the process. I guess he thinks he made Mark jealous or something by hooking up with you, but Mark doesn't actually care. We blocked him immediately after we got the answers we wanted. In the end, if you're pregnant like you claim to be, then it's Zach's baby, not Mark's. As I said, it was impossible for Mark to be there. I was with him in the hospital. You were also cheating on your current boyfriend. We saw your social media. Even if you have claimed to have slept with Mark, you clearly didn't love him that much. I do love him. There's no way this is happening right now. Just stop already. This situation no longer has anything to do with Mark and me. You should probably start sorting out your own problems. You need to message Zach and tell him you're pregnant. You also need to figure out what to do with your current boyfriend. Does he think the baby is his? Stay out of my personal life. My current boyfriend has nothing to do with this. This all has to be a joke. Unfortunately for you, I'm not joking. Your boyfriend is also a part of this since you cheated on him. That's none of your business. Wait, were you messing with me this whole time? You really knew it wasn't Mark this entire time? Well, I thought I made it clear that it was impossible for it to be him. We only just figured out it was his older brother there that night, but I had a feeling it was him. Also, since you were being so rude, I did mess with you a little. You were the one who ignored me saying that it wasn't him in the first place. So, you're for real? I'm actually 6 months pregnant with his older brother's baby? Yeah, I don't know what else to say to you. No, but I love Mark, not Zach. Oh, I have an idea. Since I'm having a baby with his older brother, that means I can slowly get closer to Mark. This is my chance to wiggle my way back into his life. While I'm with Zach, I can flirt with Mark and slowly get him to fall in love with me again. This is actually perfect. I can also try and make him jealous. No, you won't be able to do that. You see, Mark's family is not close at all. There is no way Zach or Mark would agree to be around each other. Zach also lives far away in another state. If you were to marry Zach and have his baby, then you would be living across the country from Mark. We also have Zach blocked on everything, and he doesn't even know where we live right now. What? Really? I can't believe you've been married to Mark for 5 years, claim to have all this history with him, and know nothing about his family situation. He always told me you never listened to him and only cared about his money. He said that? That is so not true. He just never talked about his family. I may have cheated and done all that, but I did love him. There is no getting close to Mark through Zach. Just stop with this nonsense already. You are seriously crazy. If you really loved Mark, you wouldn't have cheated on him. But Mark also doesn't love you at all. He has been worried sick about me having to deal with you. In fact, he despises you. You cheated on him with 3 different guys at the same time, then divorced him. You are such a joke to even pretend like you actually care about him. You never listened to him when he talked to you, and you barely spent any time at home. I think it's funny how you never cared about him while you were married, but now all of a sudden you are obsessed with him and claim to love him. Not to mention, you already have a boyfriend and cheated on him. Now you're having another guy's baby. You are really something. Just shut up. I don't need you to lecture me. I also need to tell you something about Zach. He is in no condition to raise a child. Not only is he thousands of dollars in debt, but he also has some serious anger issues. Wait, what? In debt? I don't want to be with a man who doesn't have money. I shouldn't have to work. This can't be real. So, you do care about money. There is something seriously wrong with you. Maybe you and Zach would actually make a good couple. You're both horrible. Whatever. How am I going to raise a child under these conditions? What do I even do? I don't know what the hell is going on anymore. I don't want to live a life like this. How did things end up this way? Maybe you shouldn't cheat and mess with other people's relationships. That would be a good start. If you don't learn from this, then I don't know what will happen to you. Anyway, you need to stop contacting me. Mark and I want nothing to do with you. No, I love Mark and I'll do anything to make him mine again. Your behavior is what got you into this mess. We are both blocking you now. Don't ever mess with me again. No, wait. No, please, I actually need your help. Please, answer me. Mark and Iris immediately blocked Ella. It was all finally over. Or so they thought. Ella ended up stalking them on social media and created multiple accounts. She also found out where they lived. Eventually, they had enough evidence to get a restraining order against her.
Ella finally stopped bothering them and decided to focus on what to do with her baby. She decided to forget about Zach and kept lying to her current boyfriend. He never found out about the night of the reunion. There was no way Ella would let herself marry Zach, who was in debt and in no condition to be a father. Ella would live her days being tortured by the fact she is lying to both her boyfriend and her child about who the real father is. She will forever live with that sense of guilt. On the other hand, Mark and Iris are doing really well. They ended up having a baby of their own, and the incident with Ella became a thing of the past. They are enjoying their life together as a family. Thanks for watching! If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.